There simply is no other way to put it. This year's Detroit Pistons roster sucks as a team. And I'm not saying like there aren't any good players on the team, because there are. You got Cade and Duren. Asard Thompson's going to be good in the future, as well as Jalen Ivey. But the thing is, so like as a whole team collectively, the Detroit Pistons are not a good team. They did okay against the Milwaukee Bucks the other day. I'm not going to say they didn't. However, but the thing is though, they're on pace for the worst season of all time, behind the 973 I should say, Charlotte Bobcats about 10 years ago or so. But that's not really like any company that you want to be in. So I am here on NBA 2K24. And as you can see by today's video title and what you're looking at on screen right now, there's one idea that I had in mind. I decided to put Kobe Bryant on the Detroit Pistons roster to save their season. We're about to find out if Kobe Bryant can save the Detroit Pistons roster here on NBA 2K24, so stay tuned. So if you're all ready, I'm ready. Let's get into the video and let's get started. Now, obviously, I'm hoping for the best here. You know, this Pistons squad can be okay with Kobe being on the roster. I do think, though, we should definitely make the playoffs. I think putting Kobe on the team is enough to put this team over the top and into the playoffs. As for winning a championship, well, I don't know about that. We're just going to see what's going to happen here on NBA 2K24. Let me get you the rotation first before we get into things. So I just want to see and update you guys with like how things are lining up this season. So at the 1, we got Cade, Cunningham, Kobe at the 2. We got Asard Thompson at the 3, Bogdanovich at the 4, and Jalen Duren, who's been absolutely incredible this year. He's going to be at the 5. We got Jalen Ivey off the bench along with Isaiah Stewart, Monte Morris, and James Wiseman. Fingers crossed for the Detroit Pistons squad. I'll update you guys at the All-Star break with how things are going at that point, and I'll see you guys soon. So we're at the trade deadline. Of course, Kobe Bryant is on the All-Star team roster. No other Pistons, but that's to be expected. And at this point in the season, we're 27-23. So we have not been doing too well. We did actually have lost like a ton of games in a row here. Like look at here. We did win these couple games here, but we were on a big losing streak in this area. So that definitely plays a factor because we were a little bit better. But the thing is though, at this point, we're 27-23, 16-11 at home, 11-12 on the road. Hopefully things are a little bit better for this team going forward because, I mean, you want to make the playoffs and you do not want to miss the playoffs. However, obviously, we're still playing a lot better than what we are in real life. But the thing is, though, you never know. Hopefully, we can have some success later on here in the season. And I'll update you guys with the stats and the awards at the end of the season. I'll see you guys soon. At the end of the season here, we end up with Luka as your MVP, Victor Rookie of the Year, Russell Westbrook, 6th man for the Clippers, Giannis Defensive Player of the Year. Fortunately, we don't end up with Kobe Bryant on all NBA first team, so that is definitely not good for us. He does make the second team, though. Let's see his stats. I'll check them all with like the rest of the team afterwards. And no Kobe on all defensive team, but that's to be expected here. So let's see all the stats for this entire Pistons squad. We got Kobe Bryant leading the wings for scoring for us. He had 25 points, 5 rebounds, and 7 assists this season here. He also had 2 steals a game. Cade was next. He had 18 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists. Bogdanovich averaged 16 points a game this year for himself. Ivy averaged 13 as well. Jalen Duren had 12 and 11. As Stewart had 10 and 6. And Asard Thompson had 9, 7, and 4 in his rookie year here with the Detroit Pistons. So overall, it was a solid effort for the entire Pistons squad as we did pretty well this year. I'd say we did pretty solid as a team. And at the end of the year, we went the 5th seed. We went 49-33 on the year, 28-13 at home. We were really, really good at home, but on the road we were 21-20. So we definitely had some issues out there. Either way, we are 8 games back behind the 1st seed, Cleveland Cavaliers, but we did all right. And yeah, let's see what happens. Also, it's very interesting if you look at this right now. There's no Bucks and Celtics on this thing, as well as the Sixers. Oh no, never mind, the Sixers are up there, but there's no Bucks and the Celtics, so that is kind of shocking. Are they playing game teams here? The Celtics didn't even make it at all. Wow, would have thought that. And we got the Mavs out there with the Thunder. Who knows? Either way, let's simulate the playoffs here. So we will be taking on the Miami Heat in the first round. You can never count out this Miami Heat squad. It's the same squad as before. They got Terry Rozier now. I have no idea how they got Terry, but that is not good for us. Either way, let's see how things go in the playoffs for us. So in game 1, we end up losing by 6 points. Tyler Hero drops 28. Jimmy Butler with an almost triple-double against us. Kobe had 24 points in this one. And in game number 2, we also lose that one by 13 points. Tyler Hero is leading the way in scoring for the Miami Heat. Looks like he might be too much for us, just Tyler Hero on his own. We end up winning game 3, though. Kobe Bryant drops 37 points for us to win by 16. Tyler Hero did it really good for them again. We also win game 4. 134 to 110. So we're right back in this. Jalen Duren shot ahead, 19 points and 14 boards. Sorry, Thompson also had 14 rebounds in this one. And in game number 5, we come back. We win game 5, 116 to 96. Cade Cunningham leads the way in scoring for us. So we were down 2-0. We're up 3-2 currently. Let's see what happens in the next game. And we end up winning. So we lose the first 2 games of that series, but we end up winning the next 4 after that. And we're taking on the Milwaukee Bucks in the second round. You can't count out this Bucks squad. They're pretty solid. So we will see what happens here. And in game 1, we take game 1. Kobe Bryant leads the way in scoring for us. He's got 25. Jalen Duren shot him 20 points and 16 rebounds. And in game number 2, we end up losing. Kobe Bryant drops 32 points and he also had 5 assists. But Lillard and Giannis combined for 74 points against us. And in game number 3, we end up losing once again. 86 combined points. Giannis had 40 points, 26 rebounds, and 11 assists. Oh my God. And Kobe did not score as many points this game. Isaiah Stewart had 21. And let's see here, in game number 4, we end up taking game 4. Giannis and Lillard are just too much for us, but we end up winning. Kobe Bryant has to drop 50 for us as we move now to game number 5 against the Milwaukee Bucks. We take that one as well. Kobe Bryant does his thing. Every single person that played minutes dropped at least 10 points. That is incredible. Let's move on now to the last game potentially of the series, and we do. We end up winning in game 6 against the Milwaukee Bucks. Kobe Bryant drops 28, and here we are. We are now in the Eastern Conference Finals, and we're going to be taking on the New York Knicks squad. Now, personally, I think this Knicks squad is pretty solid. But I think that Bucks team that we played, and obviously the Heat, I think are better than this Knicks squad. However, we'll see what NBA 2K24 thinks about that. And in game number 1, we end up losing by 15. Maybe I spoke too soon, as Jalen Brunson drops 46 points against us. We also lose in game 2 as well. Kobe only had 14 for us. Jalen Brunson with 32 again. In this one, he's torching us. In game 3, though, we torched them 140 to 82. Wow, that's a high scoring difference right there. Let's see what happens in the next one. We end up coming back. We win by 9. I say we win by 11. Kobe Bryant drops a triple-double. The series is tied now 2-2, and we end up losing in game number 5. Cade Cunningham leads the way in scoring for us, but are not enough against the Knicks, so we're on the brink of elimination here. One more game, let's see what happens. And we end up winning, though. We win game 6. Kobe Bryant does his thing. We are now in game 7 versus the New York Knicks. Who's going to end up going to the NBA Finals? And it is us. We end up beating them in the 7th game, 121 to 98. We are now facing the Los Angeles Clippers here in the NBA Finals. Let's see what happens. In game 1, we win by 25 points. Huge games from Kobe and Cade, also from Jalen Duren. We end up losing by 1 point, so this had to be like a buzzer beat or something. Bones Highland leads the way in scoring for them. That's was not expecting that. We also lose game 3. But we've been down in series before. We know you can't count out this Pistons squad, but maybe you can. We're down 3-1, 140 to 137 loss. Russell Westbrook, the throwback performance right there. We did solid, but it wasn't enough. But can we overcome this deficit? No, we cannot. The Los Angeles Clippers with Paul George as your Finals MVP. Unfortunately, things did not work out in the end. But the thing is, though, let's say you're a Detroit Pistons fan, you still somehow made the NBA playoffs after this rough start to the year. Would you really be complaining? I would say no. I think they're still pretty solid. We had some close matchups there in that series. We, didn't make it out easy throughout the playoffs, but we did pretty solid. So either way, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Please be sure to like, subscribe for future content. If you want me to do just like any other players and put them on the Pistons and let's see how they can do, feel free to let me know down in the comment section below. If not, have a great day and I'll see you next time.